Hey everybody, welcome to Ben and Lee's weekly update. We got a little bored, so we wanted to come on in and talk to you guys a little bit. Ben, how we doing today?
I'm living the American dream, man. I took the kids out today down a few miles away, and we went and basically hung out in a waterfall for the better part of the afternoon. It was awesome.
So wait, it was a water park or something?
No. This is like you walk
real waterfall.
Yeah. You walk up a creek, and there's basically like a pool, and it's just this big friggin' waterfall. It's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool.
Tell you, that's one of the only things about New York that I actually like. is some of the beauty.
Nice.
So
yeah.
How are you?
Good. For some reason, it didn't save my intro. Anyway, all right, guys. It didn't. Let's see. And then let's get going. Love that.
Yeah, we're trying a new system here, so
yeah, it's a little fuzzy. For some reason, I had this all set up, but when I went back and redid a rebroadcast, it for some reason didn't save my clips.
Right.
Anyway, let's just briefly talk about Trump's speech last night. I saw a lot of people online saying, "Oh, he's gonna come out and fist of fury, and he's gonna reveal all this stuff." I'm like, I doubt it. Let's just see what happens. And then he went on, and the same old bullshit he says. So
unfortunately, I was expecting, a voting fraud update, something. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff out there on the message boards about him coming back in August and all this other stuff. But I was really hoping that there's going to be a little something more than just this kind of normal rally type thing.
I didn't hear this, but I saw on social media that somebody said that. Oh crap! My brain fart. He said that we're gonna take back the White House and like sooner than you think.
Yeah, I mean, he always sticks in those little hints here and there.
Right, but what does he mean by soon? Does he mean like 2024 soon, or does he mean like before the end of the year soon? Because people keep saying he's gonna be back in August.
Right. Well, see, and that was one of the things that I did pick up on is that he said, 2024 is going to be a big year. But again,
is going to be a big year.
Yeah.
He did say, I don't remember him saying that, but
yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like, he didn't come out and say, that he's actually going to be running in 2024 or something's going to happen in August or whatever the case may be. Then again, OPSEC, operational security, you don't necessarily tell your enemies your plan. So,
like you and I discussed before, he's got to remain neutral. He's got to remain like, hey, I'm not involved in this. It's the people, which is smart to me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but basically, he just kind of laid it all out about, the XL pipeline, his record, all the different things that he did. And it was a normal rally, pretty much.
Right. Now, my thought on him being back in August, it's wishful thinking. I know Mike Lindell. He said a lot of stuff that didn't come to fruition, but I just don't see him coming back in August because they're just starting to talk about doing audits in Pennsylvania. I know the couple senators, Doug Mastriano and I can't remember the other guy's name. They went to Arizona to kind of see how the audit is going and what they do in the process. Now they're doing that because an audit is going to happen here in Pennsylvania. I think it already happened in one of the small counties in Pennsylvania, but I think it's going to be a statewide thing. They would not go over there if something wasn't planned for that to happen here.
Right. Well, and not just that, but I mean, again, legally, if there's a 1% difference or a 1% margin or something along those lines, it's automatic grounds for a recount.
Right. And that's what I was getting at is by the time they get done all these audits, it's going to be like end of August, September, because they started the audit in Arizona in
April.
It's June,
something like that. It's been a couple months. I mean, there's again, is it wishful thinking? Sure, of course. Would I like to see it?
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry.
No, they had their the reports in Arizona. This was maybe a couple of days ago. It's just like I said, we haven't been on here. So, but anyway, out of the 44 pallets that were, that came in, they only have 14 left. So they're pretty much they'll probably be done by mid June, maybe the end of June. So, and that's when we expect all the information to come out, and all hell's going to break loose.
Right.
I'm preparing to
I'm hoping that.
Good. Is there delay?
Oh, sorry, we keep lagging. Yeah. Oh, okay. But like you said, is it wishful thinking? Sure. Do I wish it would happen? Absolutely. My main thing is that I hope all of these other states see what Arizona is doing and start following suit.
I agree. I think that's what's going to happen. I think they did one or a small one in Michigan, and there was information. I mean, there was information that came out, pretty damning stuff. I haven't heard anything in a couple of weeks about it, but I think Wisconsin's going to be doing one. New Hampshire's done. They're in the middle of still doing theirs.
Right.
Pennsylvania, I think. What else? Georgia. Some news on that. Basically, the sheriff in Fulton County was ordered to make sure the building was secure, and somebody was watching it. But I guess he left. 20 minutes later, there was like an alarm went off, and the door was wide open. Nothing happened to the ballots or anything like that. But you wonder it kind of seems like that was planned,
right? But I mean, not just that, but I mean, again, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of little things that seem to be adding up to the same thing. That there's, I mean, something happened, plain and simple.
Right. I mean, if anyone at this point doesn't believe it, I mean, they're in complete denial. Or you're an idiot. I'm sorry.
Right.
There's just too much. The numbers don't add up. Just how the Democrats are freaking out about how they're trying to throw lawsuits out to stop it. Why? If you legitimately won, why not just find out and go, hey, go ahead.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Well, not just that, but they're trying to pass all this different legislation like HR 1 and 2 and all this other horse shit that's basically going to allow them to dictate how elections are run from now on.
Right. That too. Yeah, exactly.
Giving illegals the right to vote, felons, the whole nine. I mean, I don't know. My brother was telling me, I don't know if it's just New York or nationwide, but basically if you were convicted of a felony and you remain, like after you get out and everything, if you remain out of trouble, you can actually gain back the right to vote, which I do agree with.
Yeah, I mean, everyone deserves a second chance.
Right.
Depending on what you do.
True.
Done it. Oh, did you hear about this? AOC. She's just a joke in general. Anyway, she's literally said that we should stop building jails to reduce the violent crimes.
This woman, man. What? Oh my God.
I don't.
That doesn't make sense.
When I heard that, I was
what the fuck?
I couldn't believe. I mean, she said a lot of dumb stuff.
Right, but that doesn't make any sense at all, man. Jails and prisons are there for the aftermath, okay?
Right.
They're not going to stop anybody from committing any crimes. You know what's going to stop people from committing crimes? Public executions.
Oh yeah, that's
just saying, man. You know,
I was trying my best to like put my head in her head and go, okay, well maybe because I try to look at both sides. I go, well maybe she's got, but I'm like, no, I can't see. There is no.
My mind just won't allow me to do it.
No, because it doesn't make any sense. I mean, what do you guys think out there? I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean,
90% of the shit that they say isn't making sense. Just like that one, if you want to bring this up, the Democrat Congresswoman is introducing a bill demanding the use of female crash test dummies. It's from
it's got like, you know, the crash has boobs and all that, and
right. I mean, what does that really matter? I've got it pulled up here.
What do they think, that women don't bounce as much, or
I
have share your screen. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I have no idea what the difference between having boobs on there or not, because it's not like the crash test dummy has a dick or anything, you know. So, but yeah, you know, U.S. Representative Eleanor Holmes Norton, Democrat, Washington D.C., has introduced legislation demanding that sexism be eliminated in the world of crash test dummies, mandating the addition of models made in female form.
What the fuck?
I mean, honest to God, man, with everything going on in this world right here, in our nation right now, you have the audacity to pull this bullshit. It's like, come on, man. You know, focus on the things that actually matter.
I'm laughing because it's beyond ridiculous. I mean, this is on a, think about this, people. This is on a news story.
Yes.
I can't even keep it straight right now. This is ridiculous.
Well, not just that, but this woman is an elected representative, okay, in Washington, D.C., getting paid big bucks for this. And she is worried about whether a crash test dummy has tits or not. I mean, that just does not make sense to me. That's just one more of those things that does not compute. Like, what the fuck does it really matter?
No, I mean, this wokeness is just, I don't get it. Like, I want to meet the people that think about this needs to happen,
right?
And why? Like, give me a reason why, a logical reason why,
right? Because I mean, honest to God, well, all right. So what? Now are you going to make a whole line of female crash test dummies with different size boobs or something?
Right.
Because guess what? Not all women have the same size boobs, so you're going to have to, you know, make a whole line of it. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, and it pisses me off.
I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
But
what else we got here?
Along with the world of wokeness, the Washington Post reporter is troubled by the racist legacy of some birds. Yeah, dude. I mean, you can't make this shit up. From foxnews.com, man.
My God.
The Post ran an expansive report on Thursday titled "The Racist Legacy of Many Birds." Focused on the birding community, which apparently is having a difficult debate about the names of species connected to enslavers, supremacists, and grave robbers.
Oh my God.
So we are changing everything because they may have been named after somebody who wasn't the greatest person in the world.
So Well, and it's funny because in the bird world, there's actually like, blue, green, and red, and different kinds of colored birds.
Right.
So does that mean like all the cardinals like are racist against blue jays and but they all have a mutual hate for crows because they're black?
Right. I mean, but it's like, all right, like it says
We need you here, brother. Get in here.
right. But it says like 6 different species of birds are named after a British naturalist, Alfred Russel Wallace, who frequently used the N-word in his writings. It's like,
well, that's his fault. I mean, that's
right.
How's it the bird's fault?
But I mean, not to mention, okay,
start talking about like in the bird community that people are racist against the birds or just racist people.
Yeah, no. It all has to do with some of these birds being named after people who may have been racist or supremacists or whatever the case may be. Okay. Yeah. Another thing you have to look at when they were actually going around naming these birds, what date was it? Right. I mean, it was a long freaking time ago. Now, again, I'm not giving them a free pass. What a lot of them did and the way a lot of them thought was wrong. I get that. But why in the hell do we have to change everything in our life because a couple of people are offended? Because that's what it is. It's a very small group of people who are actually offended by this. Most people could give a shit less.
Yeah, I'd say 98%, maybe 99% of America doesn't care.
Right.
But, they have control of the media, so it makes it seem like their numbers are a lot larger than they really are.
Exactly.
So,
well, not to mention, I mean, just because we start calling them something different, is the rest of the world going to do it?
Right.
I highly doubt it.
No. Well, what kind of pisses me off with this wokeness is, we did an episode about this, about, cancel culture, about canceling Paw Patrol. I mean, right. If you guys ever watch the show, it's about these little puppies that rescue like chickens and birds and help other kids out. How is that offensive or racist or anything? Just because the dog was
a
cop theme, they're
right.
Get rid of him. He's a racist little dog. I'm like, what?
Right.
And Dr. Seuss, and it's just, if you guys that haven't seen it, go check out our episode about racism and
because again, if one person out of a group of people are bad, then the whole group is bad.
Right.
But only if they are not a minority. If they're a minority, hands off. Can't say shit.
I'm hoping after all this is over, what I mean by that is all this stuff's revealed and people realize like they, which is the deep state I'm talking about, that
right.
We all come together. We stop with the bullshit. Stop trying to let them divide us with racism, right, left, or NASCAR, or not.
Right. But I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Look at, what? No more than 20, 25 years ago, you had guys like Chris Rock and off the top of my head, I can't really think of a whole lot, but Chris Rock really stands out. Okay. They made fun of everybody for whatever stereotype, you know what I mean? And everybody laughed about it. Like, what happened to being able to laugh at yourself?
Oh yeah. Hell, all three of us bust on each other, laugh at ourselves. And it's just because it's life's too short to take things so seriously and get
right
over the stupidest stuff. It really does. It takes too much energy. It's like,
I was just going to say that, man. Like, dude, honest to God, these people have got to have like crazy amount of stamina to be able to freaking be offended all the damn time.
Yeah. There's just like they get out of bed and stretch and go, yep. What am I going to be angry about today?
Right. Pretty much, man.
I don't like the way that cardinal's looking at me.
That cardinal is red. It's racist against Native Americans, damn it.
And that blue jay, you're next.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me to be angry all the time and to be offended. And the thing is a lot of these people in these categories are not even offended by it. Usually it's somebody else of a different ethnicity that's actually offended by it.
Do you remember last year when all the riots and protests were going on? There was more white people protesting for Black Lives Matter than there were.
Exactly.
I remember I forget what city it was in, but they were bothering these people eating dinner. There was like two black guys that are just like, yeah, Black Lives Matter. We just jumped in here because we thought it was fun. You know, like they had no idea what was going on. They're just like, yeah.
Exactly. Because 90% of the people are just trying to make a living and to live comfortably. You know, I mean, I don't know. It seems to me like the most people that are offended by all this shit are the privileged few, you know, the people who don't have to worry about mundane, regular shit. So they have to find something to be offended about and fight for.
Right. Let's move on to some funny news or WTF news. Let's go.
What the fuck?
I love that.
Okay, I'll start off with the one I was telling right before we started. A California teen pushed a mama bear off a wall. To protect her from her dogs.
Dude, she loves her dogs, man.
I'm gonna see if I can share that so you guys can see it.
Yeah, I don't care who you are, man. You're a grown ass man. That's a bad woman. Plain and simple, dude. To be able to actually go up and push a freaking bear, even if it was a cub, dude. I'm not going anywhere near a damn cub because chances are mama's not too far away.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure how much you can see it, but apparently there's a video. I can blow that up a little bit.
Oh, dude, yeah, and she's got cubs. Holy shit!
and they don't mess around when there's cubs.
Hell no.
That's a pretty big dog.
Good for you. Good for you. Holy shit, dude! She's got fucking cannonballs, dude.
Wow.
Like, for real.
Well, I guess she didn't listen to our step 2 last week.
Hey, man, dude, when you see someone or something that you love in danger like that, I mean, dude, you either act right, exactly. But I don't. I would like to shake her hand, dude. She's got bigger balls than me.
Well, I don't know what I would do. It's hard to say because, I mean, dogs. I'm like, it's just a dog. But if it was like my kid, that's a different story. I'd be like coming out swinging too. Like, what's up, bear?
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. Ugh. That's a tough one, man.
Maybe I don't love dogs as much as you people. I don't know. I'm like, all right, go get them, dog. Be
right.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I mean, some people, they treat their dogs like children, you know.
Absolutely.
So I mean,
we're gonna cover that in one of these episodes. We're gonna talk about dog people and crazy shit they do.
So I mean, I understand it. I do.
Again,
I don't know if I would have done that, but especially because I mean, shit, dude, she had 2 cubs with her. Like,
yeah. I mean, like I said, these bears, they're very, very protective when they have got cubs around. And I think that's why the bear was swiping at the dogs. He's like, get away from my cubs, like,
right.
Fuckers. So
I mean, I don't know. It didn't look like a huge bear, but
no,
again, it's a female bear with cubs. That's like,
I think that might have been I know it was a brown bear, but it might have been a black bear because they had a black bear in the zoo and it was brown. So maybe they changed color or something. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but
did it say where that was actually from?
It did, but I didn't.
Right.
Another kind of messed up story is some bald eagles killed 54 sheep in Idaho and a farm.
Holy
Can
shit.
you imagine that? 50.
That's a mutton, dude. No.
Yeah. Well,
That's
it turns out they weren't sheep. They were just people that were wearing masks.
dude, man, I bald eagles can get fucking big, man.
Yeah, they had two of them at the zoo here, and I mean their heads were probably like, I don't know, you can't
Right.
really, like that big, and they can have wingspans up to what, 6-7 feet or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, dude. I mean, we have a few around here that kind of
Oh, really?
circle around. Yeah. And
Baldy?
I mean,
Or
oh
like,
yeah.
oh wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know they were up in New York.
Yep. There's a couple, not many,
I
but
thought they were up northwest.
I don't know. I've seen them around here.
Oh, maybe they're just vultures, and you think they're. Why does that eagle look so weird?
Right?
Ben, that's a vulture. Oh, my bad. That's all I had for news stories, other than the last one I forgot to cover. Just kind of backtracking the whole ballot stuff. There was 950 mail-in ballots, and all of them military ballots, by the way, and they're all for Biden. No. Yeah, nothing fishy there.
I mean, honest to God, man, just statistically, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
You know, and the thing that pisses me off is, like, you would think you would think that just, to try to hide it a little bit better, they would stick at least a couple Trump votes in there.
If you're going to cheat, if you ever cheated in high school, you don't get 100.
No, you never give yourself an A plus.
Or 90.
No, right.
You don't go crazy, you dumbasses.
Oh my God,
I'm talking about.
But honest to God, man, I think these people, as in the deep state, I think they knew that they were going to lose. Because if you look back, just at the rallies alone, I mean, you're talking tens of thousands of people at each and every single Trump rally.
Yeah.
And then Biden can barely scrape together a few hundred.
They're probably half of them were probably paid too.
Right. I mean, just saying, So I think honestly, I think they got scared, and they kind of went above and beyond.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping and praying it bites them in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see in a couple months. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that for you guys, and I'm sure you will as well. Finally, let's do our little movie review. We were kind of talking about it. I don't know if you guys out there have seen this. Ben and I saw it. It was the new Mortal Kombat. When I first saw it, I'm like, oh my God, it looks so bad. But I was wrong. At least in my opinion, it was entertaining. There was a lot of, I would say no-namers, but there was a couple guys in there that have been in different movies. I can't tell you the guy's name, but he was in Tom Cruise was in it, The Last Samurai. What was the name of the movie again with the R?
Which guy? Scorpion?
Yeah, Scorpion. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
47 Ronin.
That's it. 47 Ronin. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I believe he was in Wolverine Origins.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what I liked about the movie. I mean, because there was no name in there, and all the no namers were actually did a pretty good job. And there was,
I thought so.
Yeah, and there were some pretty cool fight scenes in it. At least that's what I thought.
Well, I mean, you go back and you look at like the original Mortal Kombat, the first live action that actually came out. Considering that it was 1998 when it came out, something like that. It was good for the time, but then they came out with like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and then there was one or two other after that, and they were just absolutely horrible. Yeah. But
they're so bad,
right?
But the skin was cool.
Yeah, no, I actually enjoyed this one. It had a good storyline, it had a good backstory as well.
Effects were cool.
Effects were definitely cool. I do think that they could have extended some of the plot out a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of felt like it was rushed.
Right. But I mean, overall, I was happy with it.
And then, just in case you're curious, they did leave it open for another one.
Oh, definitely. Actually, from what it seemed like, is it almost seemed like it was a prequel to the original. Because at the very end, the guy with the gold armor or whatever, he says he's going to California, I believe, and he's got a poster of Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to redo it, I mean,
I don't know. We'll see.
I honestly hope they do.
It was entertaining. If you like cheesy action movies, this movie is for you. I give it out of 5 stars. I give it like a 3.5. I'd
give it a solid 4.
Yeah, 3.5. I mean, 5 to me. 5 would be like, The Patriot or like
right
like that. Like
Apocalypse Now.
Even 3.5 is pretty generous because I said because it was entertaining and had some cool action. I'm sorry, martial arts in it. So
definitely,
I'm really into that stuff. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for us today. We may do this, a couple times a week, as news comes out, because we need to put more content out. Once a week is just not working. And hopefully, Diggy, you can join us at home, or you can come here. Hopefully, you'll watch this. And buddy, get better, please. Take care of that.
Better, Diggy.
Take care of that diarrhea. All right, guys, that's going to be it for us. We'll see you next time.
Love you, America. No, you're good. We're done.